Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Steve. What are you eating? It looks like a marshmallow.
An egg.
Oh, congratulations. That's it. We're about nutrition around here. You dipping it in mayonnaise or something? No. Not a boy. Yes, that's. I'm talking to Steve Augustine, my technical producer. I'm sorry. Steve Augustine's my guest. Stephen Armstrong is my producer. I got my Stevens mixed up. You don't want to be Steve Augustine? Not today.
Yeah, then I'd have to, well, I'd still have to put up with you for 2 hours, but.
Oh, my goodness. And Josh is here. You're there. I'm here. We're all good. And it's Friday. Woo-wee. Yes. I hope the weather is good where you are. It looks like winter's fading out. Spring's moving in. Everybody's going to be bathing suit shopping for summer soon. Trying to fit more content into a smaller container.
Hey, just because it zips doesn't mean it fits.
Exactly. Yes. You know.
If I go to the beach, you can find me wearing a plastic garbage bag, a sweatsuit.
Thank God. I don't want to. I do not want to see you in a
scary sight.
Do not want to see you in a Speedo. No.
You know what? You know I'm at the beach when you're going in and about 500 people are running away yelling, "Godzilla coming! Godzilla coming!"
Yeah, it's Florida and it's pretty nice here. I was in California last week. The weather was beautiful too. Hope you're doing well and you're feeling beautiful, so to speak. Steve Augustine will be along. Stephen Armstrong's already here, and not the astronaut. Well, he's an astronaut of sorts. Keeps this show in the air, so to speak.
The drummer.
Yes. So, yeah, we'll get to that. And Steve Augustine's very good. You'll like him. He knows his stuff, boy. He can lay it out there, and that's good. I like that. Gives us things to talk about, to think about, and then to do. And he works for Waukanaga of America. In my opinion, they're one of the best supplement companies in the business. They no flash and bang. They just do their job, and they're selling their product in over 50 countries, have over 700 peer-reviewed papers on their products. Yeah. No loud noises. Just quietly do their job and make a great product. Kyolic Age Garlic Extract. We'll talk about that. And cardiovascular health today. One of my favorite topics because for obvious reasons, but it's interesting when you talk about cardiovascular health, you can go down a number of different paths. You'll see what I mean when Steve comes on. So I was checking my sites this morning, looking for some things that might be of interest to you and could have some bearing on your health on a day-to-day basis. Lately, I've been reporting on sit-stand desks, what they're called sit-stand desks. And I've been, in conjunction with that, reporting on the ill effects of sitting too much and leading a sedentary life and sitting for many hours a day, 8, 10 hours, some people 12 hours a day sitting, and what kind of health effects that has on people. With that body of literature has come along this concept of sit-stand desks, where people, and I'm standing right now. I've been doing this now for 3 weeks. This is the third week, right, Josh? Is this the third week?
Yes, sir.
Third week.
I was about to comment on that. I thought it was a month. I was about to say, hey, we got an anniversary.
Is it a month? Is it a month? About a month?
No, it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been standing during the show for 3 weeks, stand for 2 hours, and I'm fine with it. It's good. And then I reported on some studies just last week about sit-stand desks and the health effects associated with them. In fact, had the vice president of inside sales here at iHeartMedia come on and talk about how his crew here stand at certain times of the day and their productivity has gone up, better sales, better, just more animated. So iHeartMedia is committed to this concept, at least here in Tampa. Well, with all that good news comes along a study where they did a review. They did what's called a meta-analysis, where they looked at a bunch of studies. And in their review, these researchers said that the benefits of a variety of interventions intended to reduce sitting at work are very uncertain. That's a quote. I sent that to you. Millions of people, they also comment, and this is true, they're right about this. So in other words, there's some iffiness, at least according to this review, and then I'm going to comment on it. Millions of people worldwide sit at a desk all day long. Okay, we know that. And as I said, this has led to this increased level of sedentary living in the workplace, or sedentary or physical inactivity in the workplace. And numerous health experts in different countries have issued warnings that this long period of sitting is deleterious to people's health. For example, it can increase the risk for heart disease and obesity, among other diseases. So, in an effort to try to correct this physical inactivity at work because of all the sitting, people have come up with these different approaches to reduce the amount of sitting spent while at work. This is where the sit-stand desks have come into being. VeriDesk is one brand, and you see the commercials on TV now, that have entered the arena here, the marketplace. Now, these desks have become popular. They even have treadmill desks. I don't know about that. I'm liable to fall off and break my head. Concentrating, I don't know about that. But they have these are very popular, and their potential health benefits have been lauded, and I've reported on some studies that have done the same. These researchers found, and I'm quoting them, very low quality evidence from 3 non-randomized studies and low quality evidence from 3 randomized studies that involve people who use these sit-stand desks between 30 minutes and 2 hours less compared to when they used conventional desks during the workday. They didn't find necessarily, all that great of a benefit, but they did say that these stand desks reduced, they said, total sitting time, both at work and outside work. The durations of sitting episodes that last 30 minutes or longer, they were reduced. They also commented that standing more did not produce harmful effects, such as musculoskeletal pain, varicose veins, or a decrease in productivity. None of that happened. So those side effects from standing did not occur. That's good news. But they weren't all that excited about whether or not there is all these so-called health benefits associated with these sit-stand desks. Well, okay, that's fine. This is not going to be the last word on it. Let me tell you, when we come back, I'll give you my take on this and why I'm not concerned about this study as to not really giving some sort of enthusiastic support for the use of them. I still think that they're valid and may have some merit, and we'll go forward. We'll learn more, and I'll give you my comment when we come back.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Alga Life, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Keep standing, in spite of what this new study says. This review, little meta-analysis review of the literature by Cochrane Review. These Cochrane researchers concluded that, generally speaking, these sit-stand desks are not all that, according to them. They said that the Cochrane Review shows that at the moment there is uncertainty over how big an impact sit-stand desks can make on reducing the time spent sitting at work in the short term, close quote. They also said, quote, at present, there is not enough high-quality evidence available to determine whether spending more time standing at work can repair the harms of a sedentary lifestyle. Standing instead of sitting hardly increases energy expenditure, so we should not expect a sit-stand desk to help in losing weight. Close quote. Well, okay. So they did their review and they reached their conclusions. What they failed to talk about, and now I'm moving out of being a journalist and commenting, what they failed to talk about was the body of work in science talking about sitting and the deleterious effects of sitting for long periods of time, which becomes part of a sedentary lifestyle. There is no ambiguity in my mind about long-term sitting and how it affects health. It shortens lifespan, it leads to early death, heart disease, and numerous other diseases that I reported extensively on just about a week ago or so. So they conveniently left that out. So if you're sitting less and standing more, don't you think that, what, you're doing a little better? If you can reduce the amount of sitting time, so much the better. Now, if you can keep moving and not sit, that's great too. But standing is a good idea. It's a little better idea than sitting the entire time. And by the way, you do burn about 50 calories an hour when you stand. And I'm not going to claim that standing is going to help you to lose weight. But people report any number of health benefits from standing, one of whom, anecdotally, is one of my producers who said that...
Well, coming from a pain tolerance point of view, I've got a bad back. I had like a major surgery, a laminectomy and a fusion. So coming from a sitting position to standing, it was always painful. Since I've been standing, it's way more tolerable, and I've had zero pain at all at work. I mean,
okay.
Standing,
in other words, you had a health benefit, and so...
I will advocate.
Okay, so
yes.
you have... Here's a case, anecdotally speaking, person's had pretty serious back surgery, is now standing, and he feels better. He stands the entire time.
100 times better.
Okay. And then there are other people who have not had back surgery, and they say they feel better when they stand. My producers tell me I'm more animated when I'm standing than when I'm sitting during the show. I trust their judgment. I guess that's true. My one producer, Stephen, I see him standing. He doesn't sit the entire time. He stands. I see you standing back there, right, Stephen? You stand.
Yeah, I'm up and down.
You're up and down, but I have never seen you sit the entire time. I mean, you're up, you're moving, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what I think the people that did the study or the correlation study, they're saying that it's, I guess people would think that, hey, I'm standing at work, so I'm okay, whether I'm sitting on my butt at home or not. But I would say that the standing obviously does help because you're at least not sitting on your butt even more.
Exactly.
But it could also lead to being more active outside of that standing environment.
Well, some claim that it does. Some claim that when standing at work leads to less sitting when they leave work. So all I know is that there's a substantial body of science to tell me that sitting for extended period of time is not good for your health in all the ways I've discussed it. So while I respect the Cochrane researchers and their review, they didn't say that, they didn't pan it all together. They said there's not enough evidence. Well, we'll see. You see, now I reported on this, and it's not necessarily favoring this particular approach, but you can see I'm objective. I still reported on it. I could have not reported on it, and you wouldn't have known unless you found it yourself. So I try to be objective and look at the evidence, show me the data. We'll take a look at it, we'll analyze it, and see where we are. What's the state of play at the moment with respect to any therapy? That's the best way to do it. Right now, my belief is that standing a little bit more might be better than sitting a whole lot. That's I'm just using common sense supported by some science. Now, I know many of you are vegans and vegetarians. How do I know? Because audience analysis tells me that about the general population, audience analysis relative to this show, and some of you have told me that. And you know that I advocate for a plant-based diet, but you've never heard me advocate for a strict vegan diet. I don't advocate for it. I don't speak negatively of it either, or a vegetarian way of eating. It's just not for me. I don't eat that much meat anyway. I'm just a few meals away from being a vegetarian, almost a vegan. I don't eat that much meat. I eat fish. I've even stopped eating chicken. And the only way I'm going to eat chicken now is if I get the free-range chicken and bake it myself. I'll tell you why I'm doing that. Well, there's a study about vegans that may lack essential nutrient intake. I'll share that with you.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Nature's Dynamics. Garden to Gummy supplements made by Dad. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, where we do the show standing. I don't care what they say at Cochrane. I'm going to keep standing. I just reported on a study that, I wasn't so enthusiastic about these sit-stand desks. There's not enough evidence to say that you shouldn't do it. Given all the evidence about the deleterious consequences of sitting and its association with a sedentary lifestyle, keep moving and keep standing. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. My guest is Steve Augustine, not to be confused with Steve Armstrong, like I do. You caught that, too, so I know that you listen, Stephen. He shakes his head. And Stephen's a regular guest. I just saw Stephen Augustine in California. I'm going to talk to him about that and a couple of other things. Before I get to that, and I'm going to get him to comment on this story that I saw trending this morning, this study about vegans, and they may lack essential nutrients. According to a 2012 Gallup poll, 2% of the U.S. population follows a vegan diet. So it's not as if we have legions of people lining up to do this, okay? We have over 300 million people. Do the math. What's 2% of 300 million? And this vegan diet is a strict plant-based diet. It excludes all animal-based or derived foods. No fish, no chicken, nothing, no meat. Now, that way of eating has been around. That diet has been around for a very long time, and it's practiced in many cultures. And I advocate for a plant-based diet. But I don't necessarily advocate for a vegan diet. I advocate for a plant-based diet, but I'm not opposed to a vegan diet either. It's just, so we're clear. So I think that, ethically, environmentally, religiously, and in terms of health, people will gravitate toward this way of eating, and it's all good. So the Mayo Clinic compiled a review of recent literature. They did a review of the literature to monitor and advise vegans to ensure, they said, proper nutritional intake. Here's what they said. Nutrients of concern are vitamin B12, iron, calcium, vitamin D, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids. Close quote. That's a long list, relatively speaking. Here's what Dr. Heather Fields said. She's the community and internal medicine. She's in community internal medicine at Mayo Clinic in Arizona. Quote, we found that some of these nutrients, which can have implications in neurologic disorders, anemia, bone strength, and other health concerns, can be deficient in poorly planned vegan diets, close quote. Notice how she qualified that. Poorly planned vegan diets. What about those vegan diets that are very well planned? Do we have a nutrient deficiency? Contrary to popular belief, she said, quote, vegans have not been shown to be deficient in protein intake or in any specific amino acids, close quote. This particular study, this review of the literature, pointed out that some vegans rely heavily on processed foods. I've had vegans come on the show and say that, and may not eat a sufficient variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. I've had vegans come on the show and say that. A whole food, plant-based diet is commendable. I agree. And a well-planned vegan diet can be adequate to achieve proper nutrition, but requires some education. Close quote. I agree. I have no problem with a vegan diet. I just prefer, I am close to being a vegan. I don't eat that much meat. I don't. I've moved away from it. I quit eating red meat on a regular basis 30 years ago. At least 30 years ago. It was one of the best decisions I made. I will eat chicken from time to time if I'm preparing it, or if I know it's free range and somebody prepared it. Because I was eating chicken that was not free range, and I was having some effects because I think the meat was jacked with steroids, hormones, or whatever they were putting into the chickens. And I saw a difference when I stopped eating it. I didn't even like the way it smelled. Now, my family thinks I'm crazy, but that's okay. They've always thought that when it comes to food. I'm a little particular about food. But I will not buy the chicken anymore unless it's free range. So I'm eating fish, and I eat sardines and anchovies, small fish. Once in a while, tuna. Once in a while, because tuna is a big fish, muscle fish, a lot of fat, muscle, and will hold the heavy metals. So I advocate for a plant-based diet. I think a well-planned vegan diet can be a very healthy diet and a good way of eating. And when you look across the world, when you look at the data, I'm telling you, I've looked at the data hard. When you look at the data, those cultures that are more plant-based, I didn't say exclusively, but more plant-based, those cultures, the people do better. They live longer and they have better quality of life longer. I'm just reporting to you what I have found. I'm not the first to make that observation. Eating a lot of meat, eating meat 3 and 4 times a week, red meat especially, I don't know if that's a good idea. Do I think people should eat red meat? Yes. If they like it, they should eat it. It can be healthy. We grow some good beef in this country, and have at it. I prefer not to eat it. For me, I don't do well with it. For different reasons, I won't get into it. How about a nice balanced diet? If you like to eat meat, eat meat. Make sure it's healthy, make sure it's good, enjoy it. If you like plants, have at it. Eat them until they're coming out of your ears. Moderation. Even moderation and moderation. Steve Augustine's my guest. He's a steak eater, this guy. I think he walks around with a steak in his pocket. I think he likes steak. If I recall, I think he likes a good steak. We'll see when we come back. I'll interrogate him. No. We don't interrogate guests on this show. 877-897-8255. It's a listener-friendly show. Please call. I'd love to hear from you. I like talking to you. I enjoy it. I always get interesting callers. Many of you know so much, and I want to learn from you, too. Be right back.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Stephen Augustine's my guest. He's an educator for Wampanoag of America, makers of Kyolic aged garlic extract. Steve, welcome back to the show. So do you walk around with a steak in your pocket?
Thanks for having me on. So I've taken the spotlight here and I've turned it into my eyes, and I'm ready for the interrogation.
You're a meat eater.
Of course, yeah.
How often?
I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
So what?
The Midwest.
Okay. What, they have a steak place on every corner? What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. You've been a meat eater your whole life, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And how many times a week do you think you eat meat?
Oh, probably 3 or 4.
Really?
Since I've moved to Florida, I have gotten better about it. The availability of good seafood makes a big difference. In Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio especially, there aren't that many places where you can get good seafood. So.
What you heard me? I know you were holding, so you heard me report on that vegan study.
Right.
It's interesting. How much of your diet is plant-based?
Well, working in the natural product industry has really changed my diet. I've been in the industry for 25 years, and it's gotten a lot better. I've done a much better job of incorporating fruits and vegetables into my diet. So it's much better now than it was. I would say probably 50% of my diet is fruit and vegetable and plant-based now.
So it's interesting. Working in the industry, it influenced you.
Oh, in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible for it not to.
Oh, listen. You were at the trade show. There were 80,000 people there. Did you see some of those people? Did you see some of those?
They say, "Doctor, heal thyself," right? Unfortunately, a large portion of the people in the natural products industry aren't healthy. You're right.
I mean, I saw people standing outside smoking.
That's true.
And some of those people, I mean, it looked like a cavalcade of illness.
Well, sometimes the people who have the most knowledge about nutrition and supplements really don't practice what they preach. So that does happen.
Oh, I've had guests come on here, and I would never embarrass them, but yeah, I'm just saying. So Kyolic is derived from, it's a plant. Garlic is a plant, right?
Right, and a medicinal plant, an herb.
Been around since
time. People use it as a food, so yeah.
It's been around since time immemorial. It's a wonderful, that supplement is a wonderful supplement. There's some research always breaking. Can we talk a little bit about heart health today?
Sure, let's do it.
In the meanwhile, though, I have a call from Tampa, Florida. Mario, welcome to the show, Mario. It's great to have you on, man. Hi, Mario. Mario, where are you?
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yes.
How are you?
Good morning. How you doing, doctor?
I'm good. You had a question.
Yes. I'm from South America, from the equator line, the middle of the earth.
Yes.
The zero gravity.
Wow.
Ecuador.
Okay.
I grow up papaya over there. I just come here to America to visit my daughter because my daughter, I got 3 kids, American kids. But I went back to South America. My question is this, doctor. First of all, the papaya that come here to America, I can't eat this papaya because I want to know how much chemical when you eat the papaya, they're coming all the way from Mexico or Central America.
Good question.
They put it too much pesticide.
Let me ask you this, Mario. When you eat papaya that's here in America that was imported into the country, if I were to let me do it this way. If I were to blindfold you and I were to give you some papaya from your country near the equator and give you some papaya that was imported into America, do you think you could tell the difference or not? In other words, is there a taste difference for you?
Yeah, we have 7 different tastes from our papaya in South America, the organic papaya, organic 100%.
You can really tell the difference in taste.
Yes, I do, because I know 7 different tastes from our country.
Sure you do. Now,
yes.
Is your question, where can you find some organic papaya in the States? Is that what's your question?
No, my question is how much chemical when we eat the papaya from Mexico, how much chemical we
That's a good
take
question.
Our body?
That's a good question, Mario. I can't answer that, but if it's not organic, but even organic crop, with organic crops, the truth be told, they do use chemicals, but they're different kinds of chemicals. They're not the synthetic kind that are used with traditional crops. How much chemicals what kind and how much of the chemicals they're using in papaya crop, I don't know. I have to look and see.
No, that's not my question.
Oh.
That's not my question. My question is, please help me out. Just how much chemical, when we buy these papaya, they go out with pesticides, fungicide, all these different kind of chemical. How much chemical we take it in when we eat it, our body? How much chemical? 20%, 50%.
That's hard.
I got 3 questions.
I can answer. Okay, I can answer your question this way. I can't give you a specific percentage, but I can tell you this. Generally speaking, what has happened with respect to consuming these chemicals from crops and chemicals found generally in the environment, not only in crops, but in the water, in the air, in the soil, in the food. Most people on the earth, are walking around with a body burden of chemicals. I've reported on these studies, and some people have as many as 50 different chemicals or more in their body at different degrees, at different levels. And it's hard for me to give you a specific answer. All I can tell you that your question is a good question because it raises the concern. And it's more than a little bit, but when you look at the different studies, I've reported on studies where they have found over 100 different kinds of chemicals, some of which are known to cause cancer and other diseases in everyday people just living their life like you and me. So your concern is a real one, and my recommendation is if you can eat organic, then you should do that. But it's very difficult in the way the food is imported into our country and the way we grow food. A lot of chemicals, these synthetic chemicals, are used. I know I didn't give you a specific answer because I don't know the specific answer, but my opinion is that we all walk around, including me, with a body burden of these toxic chemicals.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, indeed. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition Coast to Coast, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And we also air in Hawaii, by the way. Aloha. And my guest today is Stephen Augustine, educator for Wakunaga of America, one of my favorite supplement companies of all time, for sure. We had a call just ending that first portion of the show from Mario. He asked a very good question. I could not give him a specific answer. He wanted to know what % of the food that we're consuming is loaded with chemicals, synthetic chemicals. I'll have to really search for that. I don't know if I can find that exact number. But Mario, if you're still listening, let me share this with you. These synthetic chemicals are ubiquitous. They are everywhere. They're in your home. They're in your car. They're in your workplace. They're in your church. They're wherever you go. These chemicals are found everywhere. They're found in the air, the water, the soil, and now the food chain. And thousands, I repeat, thousands of new synthetic chemicals are manufactured in consumer products every year. And you'll find these chemicals throughout your body, in your lungs, in your GI tract, in your skin. They're systemically, they're throughout the body. Human fat tissue that has been sampled in the United States has shown 700 chemical contaminants that have not been chemically identified. There was a study done at Mount Sinai School of Medicine. They had only 9 volunteers. It was a little pilot study. The 9 people in the study, these were everyday people, just like you and me. They had on average 91 chemical compounds in their blood and urine that did not belong in the body. Of the 167 chemicals that they found in those volunteers that they tested, 94 are toxic to the brain and nervous system, 76 are carcinogenic, and 79 are linked to birth defects. Now, these people, these 9 volunteers, didn't live near a nuclear waste dump, garbage dump, or any kind of landfill or anything like that. These were healthy people living a normal life, relatively healthy. And they were loaded with a body burden of chemicals, the names of which you can't even pronounce. So the answer to your question is I can't give you the specific percentage of the chemicals found in food that you might find in your body, but I can tell you that virtually most everybody's probably walking around with a body burden of chemicals, and we don't even know it. I've talked about this a number of times over the years on this show, and people who don't believe what I just said, go do the research. I did. Many hours I've spent looking at this topic, and there's no ambiguity in my mind. Stephen Augustine's my guest, educator for Wakunaga of America. Steve, welcome back.
Thanks for having me. You know, one of the comments I would say about the issue of toxins in the body that we're talking about is, the only thing you can do nowadays as an educated consumer, if you know you're getting this burden of toxic chemicals, is to try and take different supplements that will help counteract that. things that build up glutathione levels in your liver, things that have a lot of superoxide dismutase in them. So you can detoxify and excrete out those toxic chemicals that you're worried about.
You can, and there's cleansing and detoxing and using different herbs. Some of that, the truth be told, and I'm quite honest about this, there's not a lot of strong scientific clinical evidence to support this whole notion of cleansing and detoxing. But that concept has been around for thousands of years. They've been used in ancient cultures, Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine. And sometimes you may not have the clinical trials. You just have to go on what you know from these cultures and your instinct, and you try. So, yeah, I'm just saying. I try to be as honest as I can, and I'm not going to say to people, cleansing and detoxing, it's absolutely, perfect, and there's not enough science for me to say that. Do I think that it's a waste of time? Not necessarily. But, like Stephen, you just said, you got to try things and do things and hope that maybe they'll work, right?
Right. Anything that might boost glutathione levels or SOD levels in your body is worth a try. I mean, that's my opinion, but...
No, I agree with you. Too bad Kyolic aged garlic extract can't absorb heavy metals.
It does. It really does help improve glutathione levels. We just showed that at Dr. Percival's study at University of Florida last year.
Explain to the listeners what glutathione, and the viewer, what glutathione is.
Glutathione is, according to Dr. Percival, when I spoke to her, she said if she had to choose between a supplement that could boost glutathione levels and a supplement that could boost SOD levels, which is the other really powerful detoxifier, she would always choose a supplement that would boost glutathione levels. And one of the things that she found in her study last year was that aged garlic extract actually helped improve glutathione levels in the body, which she found particularly impressive, and is doing a second study with us right now at the University of Florida to try and show those same results on people with diabetes.
That's interesting. So Kyolic aged garlic extract does boost glutathione levels.
According to the University of Florida and Dr. Percival in her study last year, she did say that, yes.
Interesting. What did you make? How many years have you been going to the Expo West Natural Products Trade Show? How many years have you gone to that thing?
25 years.
Okay. I was told there were about 80,000 people there at the trade show this time last week.
It seemed like more than that, to be honest with you, but I would say between 80 and 150,000 would be accurate, yeah.
By the way, there are about 80,000 synthetic chemicals that surround people every day, but nevertheless. What did you make of the trade show?
It was one of the busiest shows I've ever been to. What I've noticed is there seems to be a lot more influence from foreign companies coming to the United States and trying to expand their product line into Europe and China and Asia and other countries. So we saw a large influx of interest in our products and just herbs and supplements in general with other markets. And as you know, we're already in about 50 different countries around the world, but I can't see how that would stop. It seems to be expanding.
A Kyolic aged garlic extract is sold in over 50 countries around the world.
That's correct.
And the company's been in business for decades.
Yeah, this is our 44th year in the United States, but we started in Osaka, Japan in 1955, so we're not a new company to the industry.
Hardly. Hardly. We could entertain the rest of this show with all the different studies outside of cardiovascular health where Kyolic aged garlic extract has been tested and shown to confer a clinical benefit to people. But I wanted to zero in on cardiovascular health today a little bit.
Sure.
And Dr. Budoff, Matthew Budoff, has done some interesting work with Kyolic aged garlic extract. And we come back, if you could just talk about some of his more recent studies. Is he a cardiologist by trade?
He is a board-certified cardiologist.
Matthew Budoff. I've met Dr. Budoff. I've interviewed Dr. Budoff, and he is he's a traditional allopathically trained physician, but speaks very fondly, given the data, on Kyolic aged garlic extract of Kyolic. So when we come back, Stephen is very qualified to tell you about what Dr. Budoff has learned most recently. And by the way, going back to Mario's question, how about this, Mario? 1.2 billion pounds of pesticides, mostly glyphosate, are spread over crops. 1.2 billion pounds of pesticides.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com. Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Alga Life, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
I was just reporting on a study, I think it was yesterday or the day before, taking a look at the correlation between good cardiovascular health and brain health. And I talked about that, and the correlation is real, and it makes sense for the reasons I gave at the time. All shows are, by the way, on demand at letstalknutrition.com. And what's nice about talking about cardiovascular health, it opens up the door to generally a healthier diet all around. And it opens up the door to show how the cardiovascular system affects all these other systems. Systems are like that in our body. The various systems of our body are all interdependent. They're all interconnected. But your cardiovascular system, that's where, the heart and the veins and the arteries. If the heart is weak and the arteries are diseased, you're not going to be able to get oxygenated blood and nutrients to the cells, tissues, and organs of the body. You don't need to have a PhD in medicine or a medical degree from Harvard or a PhD in some health science to figure out that's not going to be good for you. So, and you will not, maintaining quality of life and living a long time with poor cardiovascular health is almost, in my opinion, tricky business, and it's very difficult, if not impossible. And now we know that children are developing heart disease at early ages. Children. Why? Because of the obesity epidemic. Stephen, welcome back. Stephen Augustine's my guest. So Dr. Budoff has done some good work here in looking at Kyolic aged garlic extract and its contribution to cardiovascular health. Can you talk a little bit about some of the stuff work he's done in the past, and maybe some of the more current research? It's pretty impressive.
Sure. Well, we began our relationship with Dr. Budoff, who, as you said, is a classical cardiologist, a traditional cardiologist out in California, and he works with the UCLA Cardiovascular Research Center there. So the first study that we actually were fortunate enough to do with Dr. Budoff in 2004 was just on aged garlic extract, the liquid, to try and show that aged garlic extract liquid would have a beneficial effect on reducing plaque formation in the heart with his patients at his cardiovascular research center that he's already doing traditional therapies on. So they're already on the low cholesterol diet, they're taking the statin, and they're taking the baby aspirin once per day. But he decided to add aged garlic extract to the regimen in the dosage of 1,200 milligrams. That particular study was actually done on the liquid, so it was 4 milliliters of liquid, which is equivalent to 1,200 milligrams of powder. If you're trying to buy the capsules, it would be 2 capsules of the Kyolic Reserve or 4 capsules of the regular Kyolic per day, 2 twice per day. But Dr. Budoff was able to find in that first study that his patients had an additional benefit in addition to the traditional therapy they were taking, that using electron beam tomography to measure their plaque buildup in their heart over the course of a year, the patients who were taking aged garlic extract with their traditional therapy had a 65% reduction in further plaque accumulation. He did 2 other studies, which if you'll let me go over them real quickly, I'll try and summarize them. He did a second study with us in 2009, which was a follow-up study with a synergistic type formula, which has L-arginine, B vitamins, and folic acid in it. So you would expect that study to get better results. The dosage in there, again, is 1.2 grams per day, so it's 1,200 milligrams of aged garlic extract in the formulation. There are some other things in that formulation, as I discussed, the B6, the B12, the folic acid. So you're going to get a synergistic effect with that study. And when he went back and looked at the results of the 1,200 milligram dosage over the course of a year, those patients actually had a 78% reduction in further plaque accumulation.
So the additional effect, one would infer, was accounted for by the adding of those other ingredients.
Yeah, I think it's a synergistic effect, and if you were to talk to Dr. Budoff, he would probably back that up to explaining that L-arginine is a vasodilator, and as well as the different B vitamins are going to help reduce homocysteine. Aged garlic extract is also patented to lower homocysteine, but all of these cardiovascular benefits you're seeing are from the addition of aged garlic extract to the regular therapy. He also saw that C-reactive protein, which is another important marker, went down by as much as 69% in his patients.
Now, in my conversation with Dr. Budoff and when I interviewed him, I asked him and I talked to him about plaque. And and I'm simplifying this, so if there are cardiologists listening, please understand why I'm doing it this way. There's plaque that's calcified, and then there is this sort of soft, fatty plaque. And I asked Dr. Budoff, I said, does the aged garlic extract, can it remove calcified plaque from the arteries? And he told me in a word, no. But it's the softer, fatty plaque that it can start to sort of clean out of the artery. Is that your understanding?
Well, he's gone back and actually looked at that data since then, and he does believe that there was a small effect, a 1% reduction per year in calcified plaque, which isn't, groundbreaking news. But I think if you get a 1% reduction each year for 10 years, I think that would be beneficial.
1% reduction, meaning that there was a 1% decrease?
In the calcified plaque as well.
Wow.
Right, that is his most recent data that he is actually presenting, was actually speaking to us at our international symposium that you've been to, but we had our 2016 symposium, and he's going to be looking into that a little further, but he was fairly confident in saying that there was, by going back and looking at the data, there was a 1% reduction in the calcified plaque, but the majority of the plaque reduction or further accumulation of plaque reduction was done on the soft plaque.
Soft fatty plaque. We'll be back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Nature's Dynamics. Garden to Gummy supplements made by Dad. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzyme Medica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Heart health turns out to be one of the main pathways to overall health. Ask anybody who suffers from heart disease, severe heart disease, how difficult it is to stay healthy generally. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I mean, that's not a breaking news, but the point has to be made. And when you look at recommendations for a healthy heart or how to prevent heart disease relative to diet and lifestyle, it turns out that those recommendations can apply generally. When you look at the American Heart Association's particular diet, they have a couple of diets for healthy eating and for heart health. Those turn out to be wonderful diets generally. And Mediterranean diet, for example, very good for heart health, but it's very good generally for overall health. And the American Heart Association has what they call their Life's Simple 7 things that people should do to help prevent heart disease, which is one of the most preventable diseases. That's the irony. That being physically active, keep moving, managing cholesterol. In spite of what everybody is saying, oh, don't worry about the cholesterol, don't worry about the cholesterol, I still worry about it. Having a healthy way of eating, clearly. Managing blood pressure becomes critical. Unchecked blood pressure will damage your arteries and contribute to heart disease. Being overweight or obese, got to lose the weight. It does not help with heart health at all. And blood glucose levels, reducing blood glucose levels contributes to heart disease, as I've talked about on the show, and of course, smoking. Stop smoking. Those are the American Heart Association's Simple 7. Now, Stephen, welcome back. Stephen Augustine's my guest. There are a multitude of non-modifiable and modifiable risk factors associated with heart disease. It's not just cholesterol. It's homocysteine. It's any number of factors. I've gone over these many times on my show. So I'm not just lighting on cholesterol. But as it turns out, doesn't Kyolic help to lower cholesterol or no? Or triglycerides?
The research studies have shown not only does it help lower cholesterol, which you and I both know is important, but more importantly, the more important factor is lipid peroxidation and particle size of cholesterol. It helps to reduce lipid peroxidation, which is the making of the low-density lipoprotein sticky or oxidized, and that's where you run into the real problem.
Absolutely.
It also helps to improve density in your particle size of your cholesterol, so you'll have more high-density lipoproteins and less low-density lipoproteins. You want high-density lipoproteins. You want the good cholesterol, and you want to improve that ratio and lower the low-density lipoproteins. And taking aged garlic extract every day will absolutely help you do that.
And this is an easy thing to do, 1,200 milligrams a day. It's about 4 capsules. And when you go to your health store, and Kyolic is sold around throughout the United States and fine health stores throughout the U.S. and in 50 other countries, you will find different formulations. And you mentioned the one formulation that Dr. Budoff used in his study had Kyolic. What else was in it?
Well, the first study was just plain Kyolic liquid, which is aged garlic extract. And the second study was done with aged garlic extract with L-arginine, B vitamins, folic acid, B vitamins, and folic acid.
And so you'll see these different formulas, cholesterol lowering, blood pressure lowering. They all include at least 1,200 milligrams of AGE, aged garlic extract. Am I correct about that?
Right. That's the recommended dosage. Some of the formulations will be right around 250 to 300. It's anywhere from 250 to 270 to 300.
I see.
We try and get as close to 1,200 milligrams per day because that is generally what is the recommended dosage by most of the medical community.
Yeah, and you can take this even if you already have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or heart disease. You can start to take this supplement and perhaps glean a benefit from it.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this before, but Dr. Reed in Australia at University of Adelaide actually did a study on 78 people with high blood pressure that it was difficult for them to control their high blood pressure even on their blood pressure medication, and they were looking at having to take a higher dose or a different medication that was stronger. And she used as little as 480 milligrams of aged garlic extract per day, and it actually made their blood pressure medication work better. Not only was there no contraindication, but those people taking aged garlic extract with their blood pressure medication saw a 10-point drop in their systolic and their diastolic blood pressure. No side effects.
That's amazing. And it could happen that you're taking blood pressure medication, you take the Kyolic, you could end up having to take less blood pressure medication under the supervision of your cardiologist.
Right, yeah, you would certainly want to talk to your doctor about that and say, hey, I've heard about this study in Australia, and I'd really like to try this and see if I can get my dosage under control, and maybe control some of the side effects of the medication.
I was yesterday, I reported on a study out of the American Heart Association, Healthy Heart Equals Healthy Brain. That study was interesting, Steve, and it was published in the Journal of the American Heart Association. And the researchers studied a racially diverse group of older adults, and they found that having more ideal cardiovascular health factors generally was correlated with better brain processing speed when they started the study and less cognitive decline approximately 6 years later. So it seems that heart health is connected to cognitive or brain health. That makes sense, because if your arteries are diseased, your heart's not pumping efficiently, and you can't get nourished, oxygenated blood to your brain, bad things are going to happen, right?
Yeah, I think I can see that.
I mean, that I know that sounds so obvious, but that most people think, well, my heart. Yeah, well, it's not just your heart. Your heart is affecting all these other systems of the body. I mean, it's the nourishing system for the body.
Well, not just that, but the stress that putting your blood vessels not expanding properly and allowing blood flow to flow through your body would create additional stress, as is marked by C-reactive protein levels, and all of that stress is just not good for you in general.
For sure. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. Cardiovascular health. Did something come out recently that heart disease was knocked out of the number one slot? Did you see something about that?
I have not read that yet. I just got back from the show, so unfortunately I was
Somebody mentioned something to me, and I haven't checked it yet, that heart disease has been the leading cause of death in the United States since the early 1900s. Somebody said that's changed. I said, really? Well, I'm going to check it. We'll have the LTN Health question when we come back.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX. a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response. An ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health Food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, and here's the LTN health question of the day. Speaking now about the United Kingdom. United Kingdom, not the U.S. Here's the question. We're talking about heart disease and cancer. This is in the United Kingdom. Which is the leading cause of death in the United Kingdom among men? Cancer or cardiovascular disease? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. In the United Kingdom, in Britain, what is the leading cause of death among men? Cancer or cardiovascular disease? You can guess. You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. 877-897-8255, toll free. And if you get the right answer, you win a $25 gift card. Steve, welcome back. Stephen.
I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, good. You got to answer me. Otherwise, I don't know. This is not TV. I don't see you. You got to talk to me, brother. Now, in these different formulations, how many different formulations does Wampanoag of America make of the Kyolic?
22 different formulations with aged garlic extract.
How many are modified to help with particular cardiovascular issues?
I would say particularly 3 of them are cardiovascular at this point.
And which ones are those?
Well, we have the basic aged garlic extract, which says cardiovascular on it, and that's because of all of the data that we have for cardiovascular research studies, and it's our number one selling formula, probably the best recommended other than the Kyolic Reserve that you take. But then there's the other 2 formulas, one of which we already spoke about with the L-arginine and the B vitamins. And the third one is the one that Dr. Budoff did the fireman study on that we've talked about in the past with CoQ10 and aged garlic extract.
Mm-hmm. The high blood pressure one?
High blood pressure has nattokinase and suntheanine in it. And you can connect blood pressure to cardiovascular health, but they're kind of different issues.
I would intimately connect them. I would say that you don't control blood pressure, you're going to get heart disease.
Yeah, you're going to have heart disease.
No question, because the pressure against the arteries scars the artery lining, and the body's going to try to repair that and damage artery. You got cholesterol build up trying to repair. I mean, you don't manage that blood pressure. That's what drives cardiologists crazy when the patients don't take their high blood pressure medication. And sometimes you can't lower the blood pressure without medications. Some people say, well, it should be all natural. In some instances, the pressure won't go down. And so what should you do? Not take the medication? Say, well, there's side effects. Well, hell, I know that. The one side effect you're trying to avoid is death. That's a bad side effect. You don't take your blood pressure meds, you're going to die sooner rather than later.
Right, and it's a very high statistic of the people where the first thing that happens when they realize they have cardiovascular disease isn't that they go to the hospital, it's that they actually die.
Thank you. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Carolyn, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Garko.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I haven't heard your voice in a long time.
I know. It's been a while.
Sound like you're still in good health and vibrant and taking care of yourself, don't you?
I'm still trying.
I know you try.
Your show is a big help, of course.
Well, thank you.
Most of the products you talk about.
Well, we talk a lot about a lot of things. I drift away from supplements, too, and talk about different therapies and different things to do. Supplements are okay and good, useful. I think sometimes they're overrated and people take too many for the wrong reasons. But generally speaking, I think they serve a good therapeutic purpose, in my opinion. Right?
Yes, I was interested in the diet that you follow, and I had a question. Do you eat eggs?
Yes. How much? Not often. And when I make eggs, I won't, if I eat like 4 eggs, I'll use 2 of the yolks, and then the other 2 I won't use. And I know some people, they say it doesn't make any difference. I just try to control my cholesterol level along with my homocysteine level and CRP and many other things. because I believe that if you have too much cholesterol, you have a better chance of it getting oxidized, and that's what's bad. I think eggs are a wholesome food, and here's what I believe, Carolyn, and I've worked and thought about this for a long time. Even if you eat healthy, you should vary the diet. Eggs are healthy. That doesn't mean you should eat them every day. Red meat, if it's grown properly, raised properly, without steroids and chemicals, can be a healthy thing to eat, but you don't eat it every day. In other words, fish is a wonderful food to eat, but I don't eat it every day. My diet, each and every day, I never eat the same thing twice from day to day. There's some common things, but my dinners are different. The meals change. I'm not eating one thing so much all the time, even if it's healthy. That's the best prescription I can give. Variability in the diet. Variability.
Well, that's certainly good information. Thank you. Very helpful.
Some people say this food is healthy, that food is healthy, this one X, Y, and Z. I'm going to eat them every day. Broccoli. One thing I do eat a lot of throughout the course of the week are a lot of cruciferous vegetables and a lot of different plants, but it's varied. It's varied. So that's the best. Moderation and variability. Moderating how much you eat and what you eat and then having a lot of variability in the food, even if the food is healthy. So that's my approach. So what's the leading cause of death among men in Great Britain? Cancer or heart disease?
Well, I'm going to have to take a guess here because I think I received a telephone call just when you were giving that information. My guess is heart disease.
You think it's heart disease? It's not the right answer, but I'm going to give you the gift card anyway. It's cancer.
Oh, bless you.
It's all right.
So happy.
That's your reward for taking care of yourself. You're a good example. I know how hard you work at it.
Well, you're a good role model.
Thank you. Stephen, thank you so much for being on. It's always a pleasure, buddy.
Great. Thank you very much.
Kyolic Age Garlic Extract. Take it. Your health is your wealth.